Hello, this is Meshell Baker, your Chief Confidence Igniter, and today we'll be talking about the challenges of saying no. This is not an easy habit or activity or way of being to engage in. You saw I even paused there because my mind immediately reminded me of how difficult it used to be to say no. One of the attributes could possibly be people pleasing. This happens when we are dealing with the imposter syndrome and the desire to have affirmation, affection, attention, accolades to come from outside of us, wanting other people to make us feel good. The way they talk to us, the way they affirm us, the way they just heap accolades on us makes us feel good, because on the inside, there's not anything generating good. The self-talk, the inner critic, the judge that lives inside of an imposter's head is so overwhelming that the desire, that the pause, the quietness takes away from that. So the people pleasing, although it may be a habit or a behavior that a person's doing, they often don't find any real relief in doing it. Like there's never enough compliments that come from outside. The true goal of life is to be satisfied and fulfilled by what you think about yourself. When you can truly sit in a resting place of all is well, all I have done the best I can, when you can say that to yourself and just really feel good about who you are, that's truly the essence of living a life that's more fulfilling. Now, having said that, some of the things that'll happen when you're people pleasing, one of them is there's resentment, and the resentment will come from not setting clear boundaries, from knowing when you're standing there having the conversation and somebody's asking you a favor or asking you to do something, that your inability to say no, it creates a resentment towards the other person when it's actually resentment towards yourself. However, it might come out against the other person. So this will contribute to those overwhelming feelings. The other thing is the inability to clearly state the no. So when I'm thinking and speaking at the same time, that's why you hear my mind, because I get so excited. It happens to us all. The inability to say no, so beating around the bush. Well, I really can, and I'm kind of busy, so that leads to resentment as well. Not liking confrontation or disagreement. There are some people who do not like any level of confrontation. It triggers in them where they just draw up, and it just makes them nervous and anxious and overwhelmed, fearful and frustrated. Having said that, that person will be someone who, in order to avoid those feelings, they will just say yes, even when they don't want to, even when they know they have zero time. And these are the kind of people who will ghost you. They'll just disappear. And so understanding, if you're this kind of person that behaves this way, or you're dealing with these kind of people, these are very good things to know, because then you can get clear and you can really ask people better questions about whether you want to say no or whether they're going to be able to help. And the other thing to know is that boundaries and taking on other people's feelings. No one can make anyone. We are all adulting here. Well, the truth is most people ain't adulting. But also know that when people are adulting, they are accountable to their own emotions. If someone has not put their hands on you, they cannot make you feel a certain way. You are an adult and you have decided to tell yourself a story about what happened to make yourself feel bad. I will say this again. No one can make you feel bad. You are an adult and you have decided to tell yourself a story about what has happened or what has been said to you to make your own self feel bad. You could also tell the story that something is wrong with that person and you are so amazing and awesome that you're not going to internalize their bad day or their bad ways. That is always up to you. And that's why this work with imposter syndrome is so powerful, because you begin to generate your own source of awesome and amazing from the inside instead of looking to seek it and validation from the outside. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips here. And again, if this is something you are battling and you want to like remove it and get on the other side of this and begin building your confidence like a fortress, that's the work that I do. And I highly encourage you to hit reply to this, jump on my calendar, and let's have this conversation. Anyway, here are the 3 ways. One of the ways are set goals and priorities. When you don't have a big, hairy, audacious goal, and when I say big, hairy, audacious, doesn't mean that you want to go start $1 billion business or you want to go climb the Rockies. Big, hairy, audacious is by your means, right? What's big, hairy, and audacious from me, it's going to be very different from you because we've lived very different lives. It just means that it's so big that it pushes you out of your comfort zone to the point where the comfort zone line is so far away that your only desire is to keep moving towards the target. That's what big, hairy, audacious means. So setting that priority will help you say no to other people because you will internally begin to understand, if I keep saying yes to other people, I can't go follow my own dreams. And it's really a powerful way to start saying no. The second one is stall for time. This is really great when you are first learning how to say no. Ask people to repeat themselves. Ask people to be clear. Okay, so exactly what is it that you would have me to do? And exactly how much time do you think that's going to take? And is this something that is a one-time commitment, or are you looking for ongoing? Start asking more questions back to the person asking you to volunteer or asking for favors or requesting of your time, because the clearer they start to get, the more your resilience inside of you will start to say no. And then the last one, so it's set goals, stall for time. And the last S is self-talk superpowers. This is you beginning to create affirmations for yourself that you will say all day, especially when you know you are about to have a conversation or interaction with someone who is a time vampire or who is someone who is a leech of your time. This is when you begin to tell yourself and start to speak to yourself about how you want to walk away. You want to walk away saying no. You want to walk away feeling empowered. You want to walk away being clear that what you're about to be asked for is not something that you value or is valuable to your goals and your visions. And the last thing, and the bonus thing I'll say is, once you have an interaction and it doesn't go well, take the time to reflect on it. It's going to feel painful. Most people don't like to reflect because they sit there and feel bad it went. What I am asking you or recommending you do is, instead of feeling bad about how it went, look at it as a lesson to learn. Knowing what happened and what I didn't like about happened, how would I like it to go different? What could I say different? Where could I have paused? Where could I have caught my breath? How did I react and respond? When was I triggered? Reflecting on what didn't go well instead of what went wrong, and how it will be better instead of how I suck and I'm a loser. That's the difference between success and people who just circle the drain of the same problems, same challenges, same difficulties year in, year out. So there you have it. This is the way to get started. And this is just a little bit, this is just like a appetizer in what can be done to help you to overcome that imposter, to get rid of that people pleasing, and to master the no. No is a complete sentence, no explanation needed. So this is Meshell Baker. Again, if you are looking for some work as an individual, team, or organization, please look at the information below, jump on my calendar. Let's have a conversation, because this is what I live and love to do. Again, Meshell Baker, the Chief Confidence Igniter, transformational keynote speaker, and confident living catalyst. Have a great week, and thank you for watching.